Hey, what's going on, folks?
We're gonna stay inside today. We're not going fishing. We gonna do something a little bit different. How many of you enjoy crappie fishing? I guess bluegill fishing also. Panfish fishing in general. And as a lot of people know, crappie fishing is probably my favorite. A little technique that I've picked up on for a while that I've been using, and it's called the loop knot. So I'm going to show you how I tie the loop knot for my crappie jigs. So stick with me and come see how I do it. If you would like to donate to my PayPal for equipment, gear, etc. for the channel, I will leave the link down below. Now, all donations will go directly towards I can't even talk. The channel, that Moja Boys channel. If you want, go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, drop a comment if you like the video or not, or if you want to see some content in the future, leave a comment and go ahead and share it out if you don't mind. And I'll meet you at the table.
Okay, so here we go.
We are going to tie on a loop knot the way I do it. First thing we will need is obviously our line. Second, you need the jig head, and thirdly, you don't need, but it's good to use them, a pair of pliers. I will show you why when we get to that point. Just going to take off a good amount. Okay. I don't know if you can see that tag end from the main line. We will take the jig head. I just grabbed this shiny hiney just for the video, so you can. The reason that I use this loop knot is because, in my opinion, when I'm retrieving this loop knot, as it bumps off of stumps and such, it gives it a little bit more play at the end of your line. And then you grab it like this. You grab both ends. I don't know if you can, the tag end and the main line. And then after you grab it like this, take your other hand, grab both, and then like this, and then just kind of loop it over 2 or 3 times. I like to go about 4 or 5. 4. Okay, so now that you've done that, grab keeping everything still holding on to everything. I take my line. Now this could be a little tricky because this has this extra little shiny flat back here. But you take your line and you run it through that loop, which is, there's going to be 2 loops because remember, you've doubled up excuse me, you've doubled your line. Okay, so you take that, get a good grip of the head right here. Okay, and now that you've ran the loop through and it's not hooking on anything of the jig head, you just pull, okay, till about right there, and then you can just wet it with your tongue, okay. Then come back. You still got your tag is on this part also connected to the main line, but you'll pull it a little bit. Now, don't pull it tight all yet. Take your fingers and kind of squeeze right the tag and main line, and when you feel this little starting where it starts to knot, when you feel that right there, if you see my fingers pinching, squeeze it and kind of push towards the jig head. Let me try that again. This makes your loop a little bit smaller. Otherwise, your loop can be much larger, and you know, I'm sure that will be okay. But I try to keep them a little bit smaller, and then just pull. Don't pull all the way. Here's where you will use your pliers, okay, and just grip. See how I got it grip? Just like that. Now you will pull and pull it, squeeze the hook, obviously. Pull it, okay? Release with the pliers. And then this is your tag. Take your tag end and your main line and pull them. Sometimes you might feel it clench and tighten, okay? You got that? That's tight. Now we will go back with your pliers again. Get a hold of the hook down here. Don't grip it down here. Well, you can if you want to, but I don't grip it down here, because if something slips and messes up, it could mess up that it could mess up the little barb right inside there, which in turn can mess up your hook set. So you grab it just like so with a tight grip, making sure that you have a hold of the main line, and then you pull just to make sure the main line is tight, because if this main line is going to be connected to your rod, this will be in the fish's mouth. This is what you want to make sure you have tension and make sure it's tight. Okay? So now all we have to do, most pliers have these little cutters on them. So what we'll do is we will go and clip off the extra tag, just like that, and there is your loop knot. I don't know if can you see it? There is your loop knot. So now let me go back and explain what I was earlier. When you're retrieving this through the water, alright, it's floating through the water through the retrieve, okay? And you come up on a stump. I'm going to use this pliers case as the stump. When you come up on retrieving, okay, it's coming along and it bumps it. This loop gives it extra play in here, see? Versus when you have this knot all the way down here, it don't have the play. Here you've got play. Okay? Let you think about that. I don't have a live demonstration. My apologies. So, and again, this, as I said in the first part of the video, in the introduction, this, I'm not saying this will totally 100% eliminate your snags and hookups on stumps, but it should decrease them. And I know it has for me a lot, but it's just I guess you can say my interpretation of this loop knot, and I'm very pleased with it. So that's pretty much it. And that's what I use for crappie fishing, the loop knot. Well, there you go, folks. I hope that video will help you in your next crappie adventure. Crappie adventure. See what I did there? It's worked fine for me. I'm not going to say it's going to totally, eliminate, snags and hang-ups, but for the most part, I can say that it has, decreased my snag. So, all that being said, there again, like, subscribe, comment, and share the video out. And we will see you on the next one.